I have a hat on my head, nothing on my arms, and I'm determined to get this thing fixed before I go back in the house. I want this to work. So if this is my only problem I have with it, I mean, this is only what, the 5th cook with it maybe. I think having a little bit of problem with it is good for me. It can't just be that easy every time. Hey yo, this is Dash, and today I'm gonna be cooking a rib roast out on the Traeger. Hey yo, this is Dash. Yeah! So I have a rib roast today. This rib roast is a, what is it? 5.63 pound rib roast. So this is a 2-bone rib roast. This is going to be dinner for my family for Christmas. So I wanted to get it out of the pack here. Open it up, and I am going to use, let's rinse it off first. I'm going to be using Tyler's rub. Tyler sent out this rub, and I use it. This is Tyler's Meat Palace all-purpose rub and seasoning. So I'm going to be using his rub as well as just a little bit of salt. I have some iodized coarse sea salt, and I always season the bottom of my meat first, because once you season the bottom, this is what's not going to be looked at. So I'm going to liberally season this with the salt. Let's turn it up on the side. I'm not going too crazy. So this is a big piece of meat. So what I'm actually planning on doing with this is I'm going to let it sit, and I'm going to let this season. I don't normally do a whole lot of marinating, but I'm going to let this sit overnight. Alright, so again, let's get the bottom seasoned, and I'm going to put a nice liberal coat. Let me flip this up. So now I'll flip it over, and I'll get my salt on the top side. Alright, so I have this all wrapped up, or all seasoned, and let's get this off. Now that I have it wrapped up, I'm going to go ahead and get it in the refrigerator. It is now, well, almost 8 o'clock. I'm going to get it in the refrigerator, and I'm going to take this out tomorrow, and I'm going to start cooking at about noon. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so I told you guys yesterday when I started seasoning the roast that I was cooking a roast today on Tracy. So this is what I have left of my pellets, and I found some more pellets from when I was just using the smoking tube. So I might try to decide what I want to do here. I think I'm going to not use the smoking tube this time, just because I'm going to leave it alone and see. I'm going to try it one more time without the smoking tube and kind of see what's going on here. But I am going to take and mix these cherry pellets in with the applewood pellets I already have. And I'm just going to dump them on top, and I'm just going to reach down and kind of mix them around. Today is actually Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas to you guys. I know, obviously, you guys will be watching this afterward. But I'm going to see here, and the good thing is I can tell the difference, the darker pellets, between the darker pellets and the lighter pellets. The lighter pellets are the cherry. So I'm gonna get these mixed around, and as soon as the smoke starts rolling, I'm gonna go get my roast, get a thermometer in it, or so I can watch the temperature. I think I'm gonna take it to 140 degrees, and then we can go from there. We'll see how long it takes. Alright, so I was hoping to have this up and going by now, but it's not the case. So I don't know whether or not it's been because of the fact that I've been gone and haven't used this in about a week and a half or what, but I just want to, let's see if I can get this guy, since you'll probably hear the noise. Oh, there it is. I got a woodpecker visitor. Woody's observing what's going on. Alright, so some of you guys that have these probably know what I'm going through, and I've had to clear out the pellets. This is the second time, so this is the third time I've tried to start this, and I've been outside for, I feel like a half hour trying to get this going. So the first time I just took probably half of the pellets that were in the hopper, the piece that's down here, out. The second time I took like 3/4 of them out, and started the whole process over, going to smoke, and it is starting to warm up a bit, but we're not to the point where we have flames yet. So I don't quite know, but I wanted to kind of point this out in case anyone has an issue like this, and you might know what to do. You can leave a comment down below and help me out and anyone else out for future cooks. But at this point, I'm just gonna try to be patient. I know it's pretty chilly out. I think it might have been raining a little bit while we were gone, and maybe that's contributing to it too. But the other day when I came out here, it was 20 degrees and this thing fired right up. Also, I think it might have been because of the fact that it was a little drier. I don't know. But it looks like we're getting, I don't know, I don't want to jinx it, I don't know, we're gonna see what it does. But we do have some smoke coming out of there, which is a good sign. Now it has done smoke almost every single time, but this time I cleared out the little pellet hopper thing down there way more than I did on previous attempts to clear it out. I actually got an error message on the display here that says CLR, so I figured it meant I needed to clear out the hopper, and that's what I did. So I'm just gonna observe this for another few moments. I think I'm actually gonna go inside for about 5 or so minutes, and then I'll come back out here and we'll hope that it gets started. Alright, so here's the error message I got again, and I don't quite know what I need to do. I might actually, I thought it was CLR, but that is definitely something else. Alright, I guess time to clear out the pot and see what I can do. Okay, so I've gone ahead and we're starting all over from scratch. So I cleaned out the little hopper here. I just used a spoon in case anyone was wondering how I did that. Got it all cleaned out. I turned it on high to make sure I had a couple pellets in the bottom of the hopper. Then I went ahead and turned it back on to smoke. So we're starting to see some smoke. And again, the temperature is slightly rising. So it's doing something down there. Not doing 100% what I need. So let's time this. So it is now actually 1:35, and I have been out here for almost an hour trying to get this thing going. So I'm sure some of you guys, or one or two of you guys who have pellet smokers or have Traegers, are probably like, oh, it's this simple thing. Well, I have a hat on my head, nothing on my arms, and I'm determined to get this thing fixed before I go back in the house. I want this to work. So, if this is my only problem I have with it, I mean, this is only what, the 5th cook with it maybe? I think having a little bit of problem with it is good for me. It can't just be that easy every time. Okay, so I pretty much cleared every single pellet out with the last time I cleared it out, and you see the pellets there. This time it looks way more promising as far as the smoke production. But I guess it happens to everybody. So let's see, it's been another about 10 minutes, and I'm just ready to get this started. I want to go inside. Yeah, I'm cold at this point. Oh man, this is killing me. This is really gonna impede my dinner. I honestly hoped to have this started by noon, but then, so taste tester number 3 and taste tester number 2 got new bikes for Christmas. So of course we had to go ride the bikes. So we didn't get back to the house until about 12:30. And then I came out here, and I've been out here ever since trying to get this started. And it has officially been an hour. It is, since I came out here. It is 1:45, and I'm just ready for this to get started so I can go back in the house, do the temperature probe, and just let this thing do what it does. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, well, I guess it was a little bit of a false alarm. I'm looking for some flame. We just have lots of smoke. But the good thing is the pellet hopper is not full yet. So that was my concern before. The pellet hopper was getting fuller than there was getting fuller than there was smoke showing. So maybe there were just so many pellets down in the hopper. I don't know. Again, you guys who have these pellet smokers already, please help me out. Help those of us who don't have them out or just got them for Christmas like I did. Help us out so we can know what we're doing, what I'm doing wrong. Now it sounds like it should sound. For whatever reason, I don't know. It seems like the power cord. I mean, I guess I didn't. How did it work before? Maybe gravity, I mean, not using it for a week and some change. But it seems like the power cord was stuck up in the fan. I'm like, it's not blowing. Well, now we're cooking. So, all right, it won't take it long to get up to do what it needs to do now. Finally, after an hour, me changing it out and doing all those other things. So I guess the real answer is, if you're getting that error message, make sure that there's no obstruction on your fan. So I finally climbed underneath of it, and now I know. Well, on the grill, and I'm going to be cooking at a low temperature today, so I'm trying to smoke this more or less. So I have my seasoning, Tyler seasoning, and it's leaking out of here right now. So I think it's done its job, and this looks very nice, very moist. I'm going to get. This looks awesome. get this out of the way. I'm putting the bone side down, and I have the, let me just show you. So I have the bone side down, and it's square in the center of the grill here, which is awesome. So now that I have my fan going, and I'm happy again. So I don't know what it was. Like I said, I guess gravity took over and the cord got stuck in the fan, and that's why the fan wasn't on. And because the fan wasn't on, it wasn't starting the pellets. So at least I figured out what the problem was. All right, so my temperature is down to where I want it. I want to cook this as low as, I'm not doing 180 degrees just because I know better, but I'm gonna do 2 1/4, and it's down to 220 degrees. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this closed off, and we'll just watch it. Oh, before I do that, I need to get my probe in there. Okay, so before I go head back in the house, I have a 2-bone rib roast here in case I didn't mention that yesterday. So I stuck it right in the middle on the meat side, not the bone side. And the probe is down to about here. Then I have the probe coming through the grommet just in the middle here, so I can kind of get you know, keep an eye on what the temperature is doing out here. But there we have it. I'm shooting for medium rare, so 140 degrees. Let's get this closed up and meet back in the house. All right, so it's been, it is now 6:38, and this went in about 2:15. So it's been almost 4 hours now. This roast looks pretty daggone amazing. I had not opened it up. I hadn't come in here and checked on it or anything. So we shall see what this tastes like. So here is my roast, my Christmas roast. Bone-in rib roast. Let's go ahead and take it inside. Okay, so I've let this roast rest for a while. My wife and kids were watching the Predator movie. In case anyone wants a recommendation of something to watch, do we recommend it?
Yeah.
It was good. All right, but I had to wait for it to finish before I could finish with this, because of course they were like 3/4 way through the movie. So what better way to let this rest than to let it rest? All right, so I cooked this to 140 degrees, and like I said, I wanted to let it rest. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that there. That looks pretty amazing. Now, as far as trimming this up, I'm just gonna try to cut this in half, and then I'm gonna have to cut around the bone. Tyler, this smells pretty amazing. Thanks again, buddy, for sending out the seasoning. All right. It's like a this looks like a perfect piece of roast beef. Since taste tester number 1 is chomping at the bit, come on. Yeah, go ahead. What?
Tender.
What does it taste like?
Tastes like beef.
Flavor, buddy.
A bit of a little spice, maybe.
What's different?
Alright, did you smoke it?
No. Not in the preparation.
I don't know.
I added salt to it.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright, so
I like it.
I like it too. I definitely like it. But I just want to thank you guys for watching along. Like I said, let me get you in closer.
It smells really good.
So one of the things that I've noticed after doing a bigger piece of beef is that as soon as you slice it up, you can't get the fullest detail of what the color looks like. They have to bloom, and basically they have to oxidize. So you can see the color in with that, and with that, it is a perfect medium rare. So that thing being said, hey, you want to tell them bye?
Okay.
Oh,
thank
boy.
you for.
Come on.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you very much.